Well, the rain has finally laid down enough to let me cook something. So I'm going to make some Italian meatball burgers. Stay tuned, we'll show you all about it. Alright, let me show you what I got going on here. My black iron skillet is on the fire because we're going to be frying up some burgers. And over here I got some potatoes wrapped in bacon. And some of them, as you can see, are those purple potatoes. That's something new that I haven't ever had till last week. They're pretty good. It tastes just like potatoes, but they're purple. And the other ones are just regular old red potatoes. So while my pan's getting hot, we're going to mix up the beef, and I'll show you how we do that. Just stay tuned. So I got the idea for this the other day. I was making some meatballs to put in some spaghetti sauce. And when I was a kid, I used to watch my mother make meatballs to put in spaghetti sauce, and she used to fry them up and then put them in the sauce. So what I got here is a couple of pounds of ground beef. And I'm going to add some parsley to that. About a cup of parsley and a little bit of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Just a little bit. She would put more than that in her meatballs, but I'm just putting that little bit because I'm making these into burgers. Because what it used to be, she used to make these and she would fry them up, and you know, I'd be standing right there watching her. And to shut me up or to get me to go away, she'd give me one of the meatballs before she put it in the sauce. I'm going to put some garlic in there also. I left my knife in the house. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, in there. Excuse me. So we've got breadcrumbs, garlic, parsley, and she would put a raw egg in hers, but I'm just going to put some mayonnaise in mine because I don't want to kill my family with salmonella, and that thing is slippery. Okay, so we're going to mix that up real good. And this, normally you'd make meatballs out of this and put it in the sauce. And I was thinking about the other day, and I was thinking this would make an awesome burger. You know, if you took this and made a burger out of it, it would be awesome. Oh, there's one more ingredient I forgot. That's the cheese. And this is Parmigiano cheese. And don't say Parmesan. There it goes. Okay, it's on the ground. I got it. All right, it's cool. Don't say Parmesan. It's Parmigiano. And do your hand like this when you say it. Parmigiano. Okay? I got an issue with people who don't speak Italian and use Italian cheeses in their recipes. These gloves are really slippery. Okay, so we're going to put some Parmesan cheese right into burger, like that. The more the merrier, actually. Put a little bit more in there. About that much, about a cup of Parmesan cheese in there. We're going to mix that in. And that's going to be so good. You're not going to believe it. When you smell these, well, you're not going to be able to smell them, but when you're frying these up and that cheese starts to melt and cook in there, oh man, is that good. So let me mix these up. That's the meatball recipe. Now if you want to make meatballs, you just take that and go like that. You got a meatball, a beautiful meatball, and you could just fry that up and then put it in the sauce. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to make burgers out of these. So let me get that mixed up real good with the Parmigiano cheese. And we're going to be putting some mozzarella cheese on these too, and we're going to be putting some sauce on these. I got some of this. I love this brand of sauce. It's Bertolli's Vidalia onion with roasted garlic. I love the sauce. It tastes like authentic Italian spaghetti sauce. So let me get these mixed up and clean up the mess I've made here, and we'll make up some burgers and we'll fry them up. So please stay tuned. Okay, so I got my burgers pattied up, and I'm going to throw a little bit of olive oil into that hot pan, and we're going to fry these babies till they get a nice crust on them. Nice thick burgers. Going to fry them in olive oil. Guess we can only do 3 at a time. But they're going to get a nice crust on them, like I said. And need another plate for the finished burgers. And then we're going to put some mozzarella cheese on there. And we're going to use Polio mozzarella. That's the best. They've been making this since 1899, and that's how long it's been in my refrigerator. No, not really. Just joking. But we're going to cook those burgers up until they get a nice crust on each side. Kind of like the meatballs would be. They might be a little rare in the middle, but that's okay because I didn't use raw eggs. I used a little bit of mayonnaise to help bind everything together. And man, you should smell that. And over there in that pot, I've got some of that Bertolli sauce, and I put a little extra Vidalia onions in there. And my potatoes over there are getting cooked up. The bacon is starting to drip grease. So we're going to flip these burgers here in about a minute. Let them cook real good on one side. I want them to actually be a little bit black, not like blackened, but a little dark on one side. I want a crust on them. So let's see how they're doing. There you go. See that? That's what I want. And that's how my mom used to make her meatballs. She used to crust them up like that. And I would eat those things when they were, before she put them in the sauce, I would eat the heck out of them. So let me get these burgers flipped and cooked. And then I'll slice up my mozzarella. See here? Where's my hand? Where the heck's my hand? There it is. Mozzarella. And then after that, guess what? We're going to drink a beer. So please, stay tuned. Okay, let's dress one of these burgers up. We're going to take some of that Vidalia onion sauce and put it on the bottom of the bun, like that, with those onions in there. And that stuff is good, let me tell you. You could eat that right there, just as it is. Just as it is. I'm going to take one of these burgers with this melted mozzarella cheese on it and put that on there. And then we're going to put a little bit more of that sauce on top of that. And there you go. That is man, that's beautiful. That is an Italian meatball burger. You can barely hear above the frying of the pan. So let's put the top on that. And that one's done, ready to eat. My potatoes have a little bit more time to go, and I got some more burgers to fry and get melted up here. But let me go get a beer and the Frosty Root Boy mug and finish this up. So believe it or not, that mug was frosty a while ago. It's still kind of cool, but it's not really frosty. So I got a special beer for today. We had some of that Abita strawberry, which I wasn't impressed with. So I decided to try something else. This is Wild Raspberry Ale, Ruby Red, from the Great Divide Brewing Company. And I understand this is made with two different kinds of raspberries, and it's a red ale. It's got black raspberries and red raspberries in it. And look how, whoa, look at the color of that. Wow, that's cool. That is cool. Look at the color of that. It's like a red, it's a red ale. Look at, there's hardly any head on it at all. Let's take a sniff of that. Oh yeah, you can smell the raspberries in it. I bet it tastes good. Let's take a quaff to frost. There ain't no frost to quaff off of it. Yes. Yes, that's what it's supposed to taste like. Oh, excuse me. You're supposed to be able to taste the fruit in it. And you can definitely taste the raspberries in this and smell it and taste it. Excellent. Excellent beer. Great Divide Wild Raspberry Ale. I guess I should warn you that in the next couple of weeks we're going to be checking out a lot of fruit flavored beers. So be forewarned. Next week we're going to make some shrimp on the grill. And the week after that we got to make an awesome sandwich to compete with all the awesome YouTube guys in Greg's Ballistic Barbecue contest. So next week shrimp. I got a really cool shrimp dish for you, and the week after that Greg's Ballistic Barbecue. So stay tuned for that. My potatoes are still working over there. It's going to take a little while, and I'll give you a money shot. Please subscribe if you like this crap. Subscribe. If you don't come back. That's all. And as always, see you later. Cheers.